welcome to Anne Marie's workshop. My name is Anne Marie and I love to make things with joy. If you like to make things with joy, you have come to the right place. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for coming along on this journey with me. For people who are new, I think you'll like this space. And for people who have been true and have been coming back week after week to see whatever nonsense I get up to in my sewing room, thank you so much. This is my Friday Sews hashtag Friday Sews video, which was created by Jenny Weissner over on Facebook. It's the Sew Creators group. It is moderated by Marie de Jesus, and usually there is a forum topic in which we're going to talk about, besides the things you do in your whatever workspace you're using. It also is a way for me to, I guess, open up about how I think about sewing or what's going on. So February is a free-for-all. You can choose whatever you want to talk to start things off. So I had this thought: does the pattern choose the cloth or the cloth the pattern? I thought about this because I think I'm more of a serendipitous sewer. Very rarely do I event sew. I usually come across some pattern that I'm inspired by, and then as time goes by or immediately I find a fabric that goes with it, or the opposite, I find this beautiful fabric, the color, the feel, the inspiration, what fire I get from it, what I want to work on. Because I buy some fabrics, y'all, you wouldn't think that you could do anything with them. And I love that challenge. It's like a great puzzle. And because I love the texture and to create and cut things out, so I'm kind of a little bit of both. So this week, I worked on two things because I finished with Veronica Tucker, the designer, and I moved on to Keechi B Designs, who is a Nomi pattern maker. So this pattern by Keechi B Style on Nomi, it is such fire to me. I love this sweater with these epaulets. I love the cargo pants. And in this case, the pattern inspired me to look for fabric that would work with it. I wanted to make these cargo pants. I didn't know what I was going to do about this shirt because, I live in Jamaica, but guess what? Global warming. It's cold right now. Cold for Jamaica, not cold for the planet. And so I was really inspired. So I went to my favorite place to go figure things, to serendipitous buy, and that is Ping's clearance section, which is $150 a yard Jamaican, which amounts about 94 cents a yard American. As you all know, I don't need clothes, but I almost feel like I sport sew. I love to sew, and then I responsibly place my scraps and my garments. Now look, Keechi B will take you on a ride, a wonderful ride. Her details are so interesting. The outcome is part of the reward, but the ride is also wonderful. She makes you create things that in a different way, and that's exciting to a sewer like myself. For instance, I haven't put in the catch yet, the slide, but look at this. The zipper is inside a triangular flap that attaches to a strap. That's just the beginning. There is one set-in pocket. There is a long two-dimensional pocket, and then there's a larger pocket at the bottom, as well as a gathered ankle. Come on, y'all. And there's 4 more on the back, 2 on each side. So if you are up for the challenge, I heartily recommend this. I will go deeper in depth into this pattern when I do my February makes video, but I enjoyed this so much. Now, I wanted to make these cargo pants, but I had made a set of cargo pants. I don't think they were so much of a fail. They just didn't work on me. And I'll see if I can find a picture of that and insert over here. And I gave that suit to someone else, but I love a cargo pant. I had a pair of Army, I got them at a Colonel Boobies in Houston, in Galveston, before they went out of business. I got a pair of olive green Army pants that had this kind of pocket on it. I wore them all through college. I loved them until they finally died. 100% cotton. And so I was intrigued, and I'd seen this camouflage fabric in a giant bucket at Ping's, and I thought I'd really like to do that because this camouflage kind of has a Tetris feel to it. If you can see as I come closer, has a Tetris feel to it. So I was excited about that. So in this case, the pattern called the fabric. All right, so now let's go to another day. Okay, so then last Friday, I'm on my Friday sew group meeting that we have every Friday evening. We sew and talk, and you're welcome. Check in my About tab in my home channel. And I wanted to make the shirt as well. And I know that my dear friend Connie was making the shirt, and she had it like a gunmetal gray. It was so beautiful. And so I spent the whole evening digging around in my stash for a knit that would work with that. No such luck. No such luck. The two knits I had that I thought would be good with it, I didn't have enough of it. So I was in Ping's as I go and check. And let me show you what was on the 94-cent rack. Look at this beautiful knit. At the time, I wasn't connecting being able to find a knit. This is Jamaica after all, a knit that had this kind of heft to it. Almost feels like there's a bit of wool in it. This is one side, smooth, and this side with a little bit of a nap, a soft nap. Well, anyway, I saw this and I said, okay, I'm in. Let me show you how beautifully it's sewed up. Isn't she cute? It is a beautiful fabric match. I especially loved how the epaulets turned out. And I was so tickled with it, but I do have a little regret after making it, and I'll tell you what it is. I regret violating my 4 or 6 yard increment buy, because alas, I wanted to make some pull-on pants to make this kind of a lounge wear, as well as to wear with the with these cargo pants, because the color is so good. When I went back, so sorry, all gone. So all I have left is this amount. So I'll probably do a skirt, a pull-on skirt. But oh, it's dreamy. I put it on last night and I was like, ooh, because it was a little chilly here in Jamaica. Stop laughing. I know you're thinking I'm crazy, but you know, you lose your cold. You use your cold tolerance the longer you stay somewhere that's warm. So I just wanted to show you how much I loved how this turned out. I would definitely have worn this in the States. Absolutely love it. I think you'll enjoy it. I'm on to some other Keechi B designs next week, but this is what I worked on this week. Now, while I was in, I gave myself a budget. While I was in Ping's, I shopped almost exclusively in their buckets and on their sale rack. Just looking for, like I said, does the pattern choose the cloth or does the cloth choose the pattern? So I came there for some inspiration. So I have a lot of inspiration behind me, but it's always nice to see what they get in that's new, because I'm of the opinion, they buy the end lots of the bolts that they use to create clothing at the clothing manufacturers, because I don't believe this is like a typical clothing store where they have like 30 or 40 yards on a bolt, and the bolts of fabric are created exclusively to sell to sewers. I think these are leftovers from manufacturers who make clothes. If I'm wrong, someone please tell me in the comments, but that would explain why there's so little on the bolt, and how sometimes you can find something that you know has been made as a commercial garment. Now, one of the problems with shopping at Ping's, and very few problems, is that you do not know exactly what is in the content of fabric that you might find. Now, then you're going to have to do your burn test and feel how much polyester, how much cotton is going on. But you can kind of guess by the feel of the fabric, if it's for you. Also, it could be that you have to check for damage, because sometimes there's a beautiful purple linen there, but I do not believe I can handle, I don't think I can get out the machine oil or the sewing machine oil that it probably picked up at the factory that runs all the way through it. I did think about ice dyeing it. Hi, Diane. But I don't think I'm going to take that on. I'm going to leave that to, I don't think that's my particular wormhole to go down. So let me show you one of the first things. So there was this beautiful off-white blend, it woven blend. I feel like this could make a wonderful Chanel inspired outfit. If you can see with the right lining, and I am challenged by it. There was very little on the roll. I looked to find out what was wrong with it. Nothing. It's just at the end of the roll. So I bought the roll. I didn't leave them. I was gonna buy my 6 yards, but then it leaves them with a tiny little piece, and I hate doing that to people, because then you have to figure out what to do with it. And so I got that woven cream. I got this beautiful linen, lightweight linen, blue, light blue. It's just delicate and beautiful. And I got what was left on the roll, which is about 6 yards. I got that too. Now, I have to admit, the next designer, since I'm doing my 24 make challenge and I'm using up my PDFs, my first set was the Veronica Tucker designer. Now, after I finish with Keechi B this month, I'm believing in March, March and April, I'm going to move into Maker's Atelier. So I think some of these fabrics are ideal for some of their designs. And so I also got a purple, beautiful fabric, light and airy. It's a polyester blend. It's just a beautiful color. And I got 6 yards of that. And I had bought this before. This is a beautiful chocolate brown. It's not really a chiffon. It's a polyester blend, but you can see that very subtle glimmer of the window pane kind of fabric. And I went back and I got a couple more yards of it, because I'm not sure what I'm making with it, but I don't want to be caught with less. And then got this beautiful blue polyester, but kind of lightweight, so I think it's ideal for Jamaica. And I'm a Navy girl. Can you tell? Can you tell? And so it's not sheer, but I think this will be beautiful for some kind of suit, some kind of permanent suit. That would just be perfect for Jamaica because of the heat. And then they got new denim in, and I'm looking to make those dungaree pattern, Nomi pattern. I think it's Olivia Grace. No, that's my daughter's best friend. Grace, I'll figure it out. But she has a beautiful dungaree pattern with an inset at the side. And I talked to my daughter, and she said she was open to a pair of them as long as Yankara wasn't too wild. She's a lot more conservative in her colors and classic than I. So I found her denim today. It was $680, which is about $4 a pound. A pound, y'all. They weighed it. So I paid about $15 to $20 for this much denim. And I have no idea how long it was, but I can't wait to work with it. It's so lightweight. I think it's gonna be a stunner. Now this steel gray, I'm sure it's 100% polyester. I can feel this steel gray fabric called to me because I have a beautiful silver kind of over the top overlay that needs something as its base, and that's why this one found its way into my bucket. So far, everything I've showed you beside the denim is on the 94 cents a yard section of the store. Now, I bought this because this is my girl's color. This is my eldest color because she's a warm autumn, and I saw this and I thought I'm going to make her a beautifully elegant blouse. Business, maybe just an elegant blouse out of this because I have quite a bit of it. And once again, you know where it was on. Now these next fabrics, I wandered to the back of the store and they have misprint fabric. $200 a pound, so $1 something a pound. And what they are, they're not canvas. They're cotton, almost like canvas. And they have one design on the front and another design on the back. So I'm going to wash them and find out what the consistency is afterwards, because I want to make some more tuffets for my daughter's studio, the gumdrop pillows, and these are very sturdy and will hold their shape. And this is her color palette for her massage studio. And so that's what caught my eye. So like I said, sometimes the fabric catches you before the pattern. So it's very, very unusual. So I don't know how they're gonna wash up. What attracted me to them is how sturdy they were. But will they remain sturdy when I wash them? Because I like the gumdrop pillows to maintain their integrity, because we put our feet up on them and we sit on them. All right, so here's another one of the color palettes, and to show you how unusual it is, on the other side is like a starry night kind of pattern, and the pattern changes as it goes down the fabric. So you can see that these were the ends of the bolts where they were working on something. So here is the pattern here, and this is what it's like on the opposite side. And believe me, by the time we get to the other end, it's got daisies, or daisies are at the corner. These, I can tell, are the ends of printing fabric. But I find that kind of stuff fascinating. So for instance, here is this pink kind of Audubon print, heavy kind of canvas on one side, and a blue starry night on the other side. Now, my mother's living room, these are the colors. And I have one gumdrop pillow in there, and I'd like to put another one. And I want to try these out. So we're going to figure out. So trust me, this whole experimental lot didn't cost me more than $15 American. Here's the daisy on one side and almost like starry night on the other side. this is ideal because my daughter asked me for a quilt that reflected Starry Night. And I think this is pretty close. So I'll let you know how my experiment panned out. All right, I guess that's a lot. Some of them I'm gonna hand wash. I think I'm gonna hand wash them out. I have an outside washing area. I'm gonna wash them, line dry, and see what the consistency of those canvas-like fabric. Really interested to see what it because sometimes whatever they finished it with is what gives it that appearance, but when you wash it, it can turn into something light and featherweight, and I'm looking for something sturdy. Anyway, that's all the mischief I got into this week. I know it's quite a bit, but I'm tickled to death with the Keechi B Nomi pattern. I love these pants. I love this shirt. I'm going to make a pull-on skirt to go with this since I don't have enough for some pull-on pants. Even though I'm short, I don't have enough. I think I have like 1.5 yards. It's not enough to make a pair of pull-on pants for me. And I'm really excited about some of the things I got. And this is all working out with my 9 plans. Make 9 plans. I remembered it now. My Make 9 plans, and discovering different designers and going through their stuff. I have to tell you, I am having so much fun sewing her things. And you'll see in the February makes how everything turned out. All right, so we will see you next Friday, and you all take care and sew with joy. I hope you're doing well. We'll see you soon.